What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? I am trying to get my vape together here. Wait for some more folks to come on through, and we'll get this started. What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Do. Hello, hello. Hey, Michelle. How are you? I am just waiting a few minutes for folks to come in before I start this tour, this in-depth tour of my little area of the home. I hope you're doing all right. Same old work, run, dog, mask. Rinse and repeat. Well, I keep fiddling here. That's why we wait for some more folks. Yeah, COVID normal. I'll show you. I had started that truck. I think the last live where I was doing some airbrushing and stuff. And so I started adding a few things. And I got some stuff buttoned up, but gotta paint the tarp on the back and do some more stuff here and there. But it's coming along. I'm doing all right. For the most part, the same. I don't know about run or dog, but yeah, work and making sure I got my mask on. That's about it. Been doing a lot of color studies and stuff like that for tattooing, so and then just at the shop a lot, watching Ryan and him training me. So you know, thank you. Well, I'm going to get into this. We'll switch cameras here. And so I'll do a quick pan and then I'll explain, I guess, what's happening. So I got stuff on the wall. I pan around, I got my monitor, TV, and I got stuff under there. I had a couch, I moved that out, gave it to somebody. I got stuff over there in the corner. It's where most of my study books and art stuff is right in there. I got a little rolly cart. I got some more stuff here. Most of this stuff now is for the layout. And so that's the door. And so we'll start here. I hope you guys aren't getting too dizzy with that. So most of my time is spent at the chair at that desk. And this is usually the work spot here. And then my computer. So those things, and the TV is always on. There's always some music or noise in the background. So with that said, I have a little cutting mat here. When I'm not drawing, this is always down, just so I don't nick up the table, obviously. But it has little rulers and all that stuff on there to help me with measurements at times. Up under here, I keep a little rag with my paint brushes. And I got that from another guy. He is another builder, modeler. And instead of like just leaving his brushes in there and using paper towel, he just uses an old rag. And I don't know why that was ingenious to me, but it was. So I got my coffee warmer. And so this is the iPad. This is how I do the live stream. And this is called Cinemaker. And so I can add up to 2 more iPhones, and then I can have 4 different shots and views. And then this is the main screen, and you can flip back and forth between those. So when I'm drawing, I typically have right here is a like a tripod with an arm, and it shoots the camera down, and then that camera is the one that's typically looking at me. But since today we're doing a tour, it's not in here. It's kind of bulky and takes up room. I finally got a chance to hang up some posters and some pictures that I'd done. This picture that I drew was in an art show called Art Beats and Lyrics, I think last year or the year before last. Now I got my Muhammad Ali and some Run DMC up there. But here is where I have most of the immediate paints that I use when I'm doing modeling and stuff like that. If I come in closer, I have, like, all of these are acrylic paints. And here's some oil right here. I hope y'all can hear me. So, these are like what you get from Michael's. I think they're like anywhere from $1 to $3 a bottle. But then these are a little more expensive. They just work better. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't need to put 2 or 3 coats on there. 1 coat and that stuff is on there. So I'm assuming they use better pigments and all that stuff like that. Like I said, here's my oils. I got some different type of solvents back here. These little things they're called 1, 2, 3 blocks, and they're typically weights, but you can use them to like square stuff off and all that when you're building structures and stuff like that. Up top, more of the same, just some storage. So I didn't have a lot of storage at first, so I was like, well, I need to just go up the wall. And so as you can see, I just got some brackets and some pieces of wood I bought from like Home Depot or somewhere. Here I got this is I'm drawing a blank, stains for wood. So this is a really old bottle, but it works really well. There's some newer stains back there. All those brushes are for the powders, more paint, and pictures of my sister and some anime figure. And so that's that wall. I'm open to maybe changing that if I need to. I really don't like the way that looks with the little L brackets holding it, but that's what I got for now. Under the desk, I got two tackle boxes, and those are filled with art stuff, just pencils, markers, you name it, anything to draw with, cut with, art related is in there. It's a hair dryer up there for drying stuff like that model quicker. I got my computer, my PS4. There's my 3D printer. And this is, I got stuff stuck under here too. We ain't gonna go too far into that one because that's a lot of mess under there. What you saying, Michelle? You really have a multi-angle setup for camera set down. Yeah, I like that program, and we'll see how long it lasts. From what I understand, it may be going away, so I'll have to find something else. But and so here, so I have the TV up here. And then I have, it's sitting on a cube that I got from Walmart. But then inside the cube, there's little storage bins. And I know this ain't like rocket science or nothing like that. But again, it's just a tour to show kind of how I have stuff organized. So like I was saying, this is most of the paints that I use. And so since I'm always at the desk, I want to just reach up and grab stuff where I don't have to slow work down, I guess, if that's what I'm calling it. But in here, I just got, again, the main little tools and stuff that I use on a regular. So here are just like some little snips. Tweezers are in there. Here I got one of those scrapers. It's like it has the razor blade on one end, and you can just scrape. I got some handheld not screwdrivers, drills, handheld drills, train wheels, and just organized. I got blades in there, paper clips, more screwdrivers. Like I said, I just like to be organized. I like to have stuff where I need it to be and where I can get to it right away. And that is my immediate workstation. So obviously the chair is on wheels, and if I need something else that is behind me, then I can just roll over and grab it. But most of the time, this area is just in chaos. That it bleeds over to here. Even though the train is up here, I typically put stuff on top of there, which I shouldn't, but I mean, what you gonna do? And so as I pan around here, again, there's my 3D printer. I just got this maybe 2 months ago now. It was sometime right before Christmas. So I'm very pleased with it. It works fine. It's a Nova 3D printer. But yeah, it works really cool. And so if I pull back some here, so on top I have the layout, the one section of it. Up here I built this little section for the light box. But under this, I used to have a couch under here. It was like a futon couch, and I was trying to hold on to it for when my kids came over and stayed the night or whatever, but the futon was very uncomfortable, and two, it was in the way. So I got rid of it. I gave it to somebody from the shop, and I bought this little 2-shelf stand type thing, and then just some typical plastic 3-drawer chest. I added a little board up there so I could put more junk under there. And again, it's the same thing. So here, these 2 boxes are full of wood and little knickknacks for when I do wooden buildings. Let's see if I can get this to show y'all right. Let's see. So in here, these are all plastic little things. So they're like air vents, barrels, and all this stuff is for the layout. So I'll put whatever I'm working on, I kind of just grab it and like, oh, I remember I got this, or I remember I got that. In here, like I said, it's a bunch of wood. I don't think you guys want to see that. And then I have more little storage bins, and the same stuff is in these bins too. But I really like this bin. It was like a looks like a toolbox, but when you open it, it has more little shelves with the little it's like those, but just smaller, and they fit in there. I felt like I was really doing something here. But yeah, I just labeled it so I know what's in these boxes. And that helps me really stay organized. I got stuff over here, sketchbooks everywhere. And then I come here, like I said, I put this piece of plywood up there just so I could put more stuff. And so these containers that are floating everywhere, whenever I'm building a project or working on something, I typically don't finish within a day or a week for that matter. So once I started, I don't want to lose any of the pieces. So everything just kind of goes in a container. So when I look back over there, I'm like, oh, I got everything in here. I don't need to restart searching for stuff. It's already in that little container. So that's that. And again, you know, typical drawers, just got batteries and knickknacks in there. This is another drawer that has just a bunch of train modeling stuff, if you will. This thing here is a static grass applicator, and what it does is you shake it and you'll actually have little blades of grass that you put inside of there, and it makes them stand up. What I got in here? So I got my UV light in here, so when I get finished 3D printing, I have a box over here that I just bought, a regular box with a turntable, and I put that UV light in there so it'll cure it. And this one, just more, I don't want to keep saying junk or anything, but it's just stuff that I need for when I'm doing what I do. This is more of an arts and craft type of thing. So there's some foam here, trash bags, all that stuff. I was trying to use this as for like an electronics box, but other stuff found its way in there. Let me change this commercial here to some music. And over here in this corner, so I had got a few things when you typically start building a layout. you need, I guess, raw materials, if I can use that term. And so it's like, I need paint, I need caulking, joint compound, dirt, and just raw materials. So that all just stays over there in its own little spot. And so here is my big bookshelf. Here you can see, like, I got an anatomy book there. All of this is mostly anatomy books. Sketchbooks right here. Pencils and pens, more art stuff. Art books and paper, art. I have a very small DVD collection / Blu-ray. I think some of those are probably PS4 games that I don't play. But I got a lot of DVDs and stuff there. Up top here is where I hold all my glue and solvent, like alcohol and stuff that I need to strip paint with. Got my Bob Ross mug right there. This shelf really just has anime stuff on there, but some of this stuff crept. I need to put that back over there and clean up a little bit there. This yellow bowl strictly just holds my keys, my wallet, and my glasses. Like, I always have to have a spot where I keep those 3 main items. So as soon as I come in the house, really, everything just goes in there, and then I go about my business. But I need to have some place to put my keys, wallet, and glasses, so I know exactly where it should be if I happen to lose them. Here is just another 2-shelf bookcase. On the bottom is water and just all this is just miscellaneous stuff. But I know exactly where that water is all the time. I know where those little weights are all the time. And these are wooden structures, building kits that I keep right there, and I know exactly where they are. This is probably the most useful thing that I've purchased as far as storage and holding stuff. And it's just a little simple 3-shelf, 3-tier cart, but it's so useful. So I have tools in the top 2. So these tools are tools I mainly use all the time for doing whatever, whether it's art or building trains and all that stuff. And then here's like the second bin that I don't use these tools too often, but I know I'll use them again at some point. So they're not in like a tool box or a tool little carrying thing, because I know I'm gonna need to get to them soon. So I don't want to put them away and then have to go somewhere. So I just have 2 bins up there. On a second shelf, all my glue, adhesive stuff is here. Paint brushes. I got a lot of paint brushes, and I tend to just keep buying them because I go through them so fast. I'm not sure if I want to spend money on good paint brushes just yet, because I don't do any type of like oil paintings or something like that. But I guess if I do something like that, then I'll get some decent brushes and just put those off to the side. And then on this bottom tier, so in this jar is strictly acrylics. I think I labeled it. Yeah. So I know to only use these brushes for acrylic, and then these brushes are oils only. And in the bottom, because I was acting like I was going to do some painting. So I got a bunch of oil paints down in there, some gesso and solvents and all that stuff to actually do some cool oil painting. But I don't know, I'm not a big painter like that. I mean, I guess I do paint models and stuff, but I typically don't paint. So I think we'll stay down here, and then I'll go up top to say what else is happening. So here, I have bought these wire box things for when I was doing conventions. And so you can just take these and connect them together, and on the other side of the room over there was another box. And these little pegs, they connect and connect the panels together, and you get cubes, and you can put stuff in there, you can hang stuff on them. But since conventions have been postponed, I hadn't done any conventions, so I was like, well, I'll just use them for storage. And in this storage, so all the little canisters back there, those are like grass and stuff that I put on the layout, ballast. Those are leaves, so when I make trees, I got my little Dremel there. On the second one, or on the floor, my airbrush, well, that's a compressor anyway, and some rattle cans. And again, everything for me just has its own place. Even the drill, like typically I wouldn't leave a drill just laying around, but I lay that one there because I use it all the time and I know exactly where it's at. And then here again is just some more 3-drawer plastic bins. I think in there I got a lot of art stuff again up top. Maybe some markers, and then I think down here is an electronic drawer too. So I have like an old phone, cables, and stuff kind of what you would maybe typically use, I guess, if you needed it, like a phone charging cable, headphones, and all that stuff is in there. I don't think you need to see all that. Again, 3-bin drawer, more train stuff is in there. I don't like how this looks, so I'm trying to figure out what would work under there, but for right now it's just scraps of stuff I don't want to throw away. That's a scale, that's a blender, I think that's a strainer in the bag. So like I said, I'm open if you guys are having success with storing stuff and making it look neat. I don't like that right there. So like I said, this is stuff I don't want to throw away, but I just don't want it laying around, obviously. I got a little table at the door. That is like a catch-all table, so anything will be on there. And honestly, I'm just fronting today. It's usually dirty, so I cleaned that before this live stream because I didn't want it to be super messy. I got some art hanging on this side of the wall. I had bought a little light from Home Depot and mounted it with some eyelet bolts, I guess. Yeah, and just hung it from there. I think I want to build another light box over here though, and then a light box. So like this thing, I want it to go all the way around the layout. I'm not sure if I'm up for that right now though. And then here again, I have more shelving. This is all airbrush stuff right here. So when I pull out my airbrush and a compressor, I know where everything is on this side is for airbrush. This side here is kind of a catch-all. There's no real rhyme or reason for that. There's a few things up here that I will use on a regular, but again, it's just a catch-all. Oh, David, here's my first Mando mask. And I have to show it to you, or maybe I did show it to you. Yours is like 100 times better. And not that I don't like it. One, just because it's a Mando helmet, but it's vinyl and it's very flexible, and it just keeps warping. It doesn't keep its shape or anything. So, and then there's the little thing you printed for me, the Wolverine. There's the other Wolverine, and then there's the Bradleys you printed. So I'd have my stuff on display, man. I appreciate you. But yeah, that up top is just more display stuff. Like there's no, I don't want to say real storage happening up there. Because I mean, there's a few things that I just like to display. Like I said, that stuff, and then some anime characters and all that. But here's yours. So I got your mask and helmet up here on top. I'm trying not to put too much anything up there. I ran out of space in one of my closets, so empty train boxes are starting to go over there. But I typically don't want anything up here except those two things because they're super dope. They do breed cords. And it's never the cord. I know. I mean, it's just like cord after cord after cord. And it's like, bruh, where's the right iPhone charger? But yeah, it's like a junk box. You know, you start a junk drawer. I don't know if y'all got one of those, but I don't know how they form, but there's always something in them. And then, you know, here's the layout. So I'll do just a quick run on the layout. I don't think you guys need to see any of this, but so I've redone it all over. I built a yard because I always wanted to have a train yard. So you got like a main line, arrival departure track, and then the yard and a train house. As you make your way around, we got one siding over here, and it's a water facility for the layout, what I'm trying to do here. I kept this spot here just black so I could put stuff here, because typically when you're doing anything, you want to have some space to work. And it's just the workspace, so there won't be anything there. There won't be any type of houses or trains running in that area. It's just strictly to put junk right there. And then here, this is called the Bowers. So what I'm doing here is trying to do a Ready Player /1 type thing. And I literally just watched The Dark Phoenix today again. And when they went to go meet Magneto, they stayed in containers and stuff like that. So it's probably more closer to that than it is Ready Player One. But yeah, so they got containers, they got houses that kind of jet off of them and all that stuff. So, and it's called the Bowers. Then we come around here. I'll do like a little hill section here where trees and stuff will be there. I got an abandoned facility back there, so to come off here and drop some cars off if I choose to. Come around here, I got a grain facility. Usually has hoppers all along in here to feed into the grain, and then trucks take it out and do whatever they do. So I was messing around with this, I think last week. I just wanted to start doing some scenery, so I've done some ballasting and trees, and I printed off a Bigfoot with the printer. And so there's a little guy right there. And then this is the lift out. So when I'm not running trains, I can just take that out. And then I got another little scene that I've been working on here too. And that's about it, y'all. Like I said, this wouldn't be long today. Just wanted to give y'all an overview and kind of a detailed thing of how the studio slash office looks like. Probably spend 75 to 80% of my time in here. So let's switch cameras here. Make sure that don't fall. And yeah, that's it. So we are at the beginning of February. We done got through the first month of the year, and I hope everyone is good. See what kind of plans y'all got. What do you want to accomplish this year? Are there any goals that you had set for yourself? Like I said, for me, mostly it's going to be really learning how to do color tattoos, like big pieces. Because I think, I'm not sure what is in store for the shop as far as like, you know, people coming back to work and how COVID is affecting things in that nature. So I seen where, you know, Ryan and Nicole, the shop owners, I feel like they want to step back a little bit. And so I talked to Ryan and was like, hey, you know, teach me what you do for the most part. And he's teaching me how to do color tattoos. So that's the main thing on my plate. I think I want to start, and I know it's going to sound like, oh boy, but, and not just because of what happened with the stock market and was it Robinhood? I just been wanting to do stocks in general, so I think I want to start looking into that as well. So, you know, we'll see what happens. We got a few hundred days left, so a lot can be done in that time. So, excuse me. Yeah, those are my things that are on my list. So, whatever you guys have planned or wanting to get better at, or, you know, even just stay more focused on, I hope you can get that done, you know. Stay focused, and, you know, I wish you the best for that. So, but yeah, I'm just rambling now, so I don't know. With that said, I will see y'all next week. I'll be drawing something, I promise. I'll probably be doing some more digital coloring, just so I can get more practice with that, and understanding how colors work with tattoos. I still need to start a project though for Ryan, so I don't know. It'll be back and forth with that. I got that cover I need to do for him and coloring. So yeah, I think that's what I'll do. But yeah, I appreciate y'all as always, and I will see y'all next week. Peace.